Hi guys, I'm Kunal and in this video I'll be doing a camera comparison between recently launched Oppo F3 and the Gionee A1. Both the phones are selfie oriented smartphone, and coming to the camera sensors, this Oppo F3 has a 13 megapixel rear camera with f2.2 aperture, and on the front it has a 16 megapixel plus 8 megapixel shooter for taking really wide angle selfies. And moving to the Gionee A1, this one also has a 13 megapixel rear camera with f2.0 aperture, and on the front it has a 16 megapixel shooter with f2.0 aperture as well. And I have taken more than 30 sample shots in different lighting conditions. So without wasting any time, let's move to sample shots and see which phone performs better. So let's get started. These shots are taken in outdoor lighting conditions, and as you can see, both the images looks really good and the overall result is pretty similar in terms of details. Here the colors looks more accurate on the Oppo F3 image. Here if you look carefully, the Oppo F3's image has more details than the Gionee A1's image. Now here's an image from quieter distance, so let's zoom in at the subject. After zooming in, the text written looks more sharper on the Oppo F3's image than the other one. Here both the images have enough details, but the colors on the Gionee A1's image looks more pleasing to the eye. Here in both the sample shots, the Gionee A1's image looks a little overexposed, while the Oppo F3 image looks more accurate in terms of color reproduction, and therefore it has more details as well. Again, both the images have enough details, but if you look at the sky in the background, the Oppo F3 image looks more natural. So overall, I like the images taken from the Oppo F3 more than the Gionee A1 in outdoor lighting conditions. Now here are some macro shots I have taken in indoor or artificial lighting conditions. Here both the images looks great in terms of color reproduction, but the Oppo F3's image has more details than the other one. I like this image of the Gionee A1 more than the Oppo F3 as the colors look slightly better. Now both the images looks really good, so let's zoom in to check which phone was able to capture more details. So after zooming in, the image taken from the Oppo F3 looks slightly better. Here the fizz of the cold drink is more visible on the Oppo F3 image. Here's one more shot I have taken from a little distance, so let's zoom in to check which one is better. So after zooming in, as you can see, the text looks more clear on the Oppo F3's image. Now these shots are taken in extreme low light conditions, and as you can see, there's a considerable amount of noise present in both the images. Still, if I have to pick one, the images taken from the Oppo F3 look slightly better than the Gionee A1. And after turning on the flash also, the Oppo F3's image looks much better than the Gionee A1. Here the light is scattering in both the images, but if you look at the tree and the gate, the Oppo F3's image has more details. Again, the Oppo F3's image looks slightly better than the Gionee A1. So it's clear by now that the Oppo F3 performs better than the Gionee A1 in low light conditions, and as you can see in these three sample shots also, that the images taken from the Oppo F3 has lesser noise and more details than the Gionee A1. Now let's move to selfies, which is the USP of both these devices, and this is something both the devices are really good at. So if we talk about image quality, the selfies taken from the Gionee A1 looks slightly better than the Oppo F3, but the Oppo F3 comes with a dual front facing camera, which is really helpful in taking group selfies, which is not available on the Gionee A1. Whereas the Gionee A1 comes with a dedicated flashlight on the front, which really helps in taking selfies in low light conditions, and overall both the phones are capable of taking really nice selfies. So consider your preferences and let me know in the comments which one would you prefer. So I'm shooting this video from the Gionee A1 at 1080p 60fps, and I'm walking towards the tree, and that will give you an idea of the stabilization. And let's check the focus now, and as you can see it's struggling in locking the focus, and I'm using tap to focus because it's just not being able to lock the focus. I will try one more time. So as you can see guys, it's just not being able to focus. Now I'm shooting this video from the Oppo F3 at 1080p 60fps, and I'm moving towards the tree, and that will give you an idea of the stabilization. And let's check the focus now. And just like Gionee A1, the Oppo F3 is also struggling in locking the focus, and I'm using tap to focus. And again it's just not being able to focus. I will try one more time. Again I'm using tap to focus. So the video quality is just average. So first, if we talk about video quality, as you have seen, they both struggles in adjusting the focus, and most of the time you will have to manually tap to focus, and the overall quality of the video is just average. Moving to the image quality, in outdoor lighting conditions, both the phones performs really good, while in low light conditions, I personally didn't like any of these phones. Still, if I have to pick one, Oppo F3 performs really better than the Gionee A1. Coming to the selfies, both the phones does an excellent job, and I personally like the Oppo F3 because of its dual front-facing cameras. And if you find this video helpful, please give us a like and do not forget to subscribe. Your support motivates me to make more such videos. I'm Kunal signing off. See you in the next one. Till then, you guys have a great day.